Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kylie Lavelle channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Have a very interesting one for you, but then it's not by surprise. Now, with all these college graduates, no matter how much we say college is a scam, it's not stopping people from putting their kids through school. But then a lot of these kids, or should I say young adults, want to go to school after high school, unless they're fortunate enough to find their dream job without having to go to school. But that's not the case. That's like the 1% tier, right? The thing is, a lot of these women end up getting tricked into some kind of sex work. But then, to be honest with you, with all the wild frat parties and drug use and everything while they're in school, staying on campus, that's pretty much their open door to it anyway, because they're getting ramrodded and slammed, ran through while they're in school, right? It's just a big party. You develop all your social skills going to school, but what's on the other side? Is the grass always greener on the other side? What about the aftermath of college? You have a hard time finding your dream job and you realize there's not much out there unless you know people. So you resort to some kind of sex work for fast cash. Well, there's no happy ending in that, but let's check out what the students in China are talking about. Let's go.
Recently in Hernan, a woman applied for an admin job, but instead of an office, she ended up at a nightclub to be an escort. According to reports from Zhongwei News, this woman, Zhang, said she was looking for an admin job online when a cultural communications company reached out. They said they'd send her down south to train entertainers, but when she got there, they took her to a nightclub in Maoming, Guangdong, and told her, "This is where you'll be interning." In an audio recording provided by Zhang, one of the company guys said, "If you want to earn more, you'll need to wear less." Zhang recalled feeling scared and helpless but had no choice but to follow their orders.
And these girls will do anything for money, and unfortunately, not just in China, but all over the world. 9 times out of 10, most likely, this will be y'all's daughters. I'm glad I don't have any daughters, but damn. Fast cash means luxury vacations and cars. If they're not making that money to get that for themselves, they're going to find an older guy to trick off on them and buy that stuff for them too. So it's the best of both worlds. So, being that the end's not too happy, they're going to have to look for a sugar daddy after they're done doing this kind of work. So sad.
After 3 days, she realized she'd been tricked, so she and another 19-year-old girl went to the company and told them they wanted to go home. The company said they couldn't leave early and had to complete a 1-month internship first, so Zhang decided to report it to the police. The company has since been temporarily shut down. Zhang didn't know what she was getting into when she went to the nightclub, but there were also some women who, because they couldn't find other work, ended up choosing to work at nightclubs. However, blogger Wang Shenwei warns women to stay away from nightclubs.
Yeah. But we all want to party though, so how do we stay away from nightclubs? And here's the thing. It's like some of these girls, it's interesting. The ones that are participating in this type of lifestyle, a lot of times they're not advertising what they really do off the grid on social media. If anything, they want to hide this and make sure it doesn't get back to their family because it's pretty much a damper on the family reputation. Yeah. It's crazy, right? Yeah, they try their best not to be exposed. They try their best not to expose themselves, but then the customers, the men that they deal with, are trying to expose them. So that's something else they have to deal with too. And it's really crazy to me as a man. Why would you expose these girls? It's like, what do you get out of that? It's stupid. Just have fun and be cool with them. You ain't got to expose nobody. That's low value. That's what devalues a man when he does bitch shit like that. There's blogs all over the internet and they're just telling all the girls' business about what they do with them and shit. It's really sad.
While you might make a lot of money quickly, it's a tough job, and it's not something you can keep doing long term. One big problem is that your body just can't take it, drinking a lot and dealing with creepy older guys. After
Creepy older guys, you hear that? So if this was in the West, they'll be dealing with fat, beer-bellied, Fred Flintstone-looking motherfuckers, right? It's pretty much, see, their average customers or their regular customers are usually unattractive people. Sad to say, these are people that are probably out of shape, look creepy as hell, have other social problems. Or do we want to call them incels? I don't know. But it's just crazy though. The guys that they deal with, some of them look like they're normal, and some of them just look like a total whack job. Even though these girls are getting paid by these whack jobs, they probably don't really want to deal with them. When they walk through the door, like, not Jesse again. He's such a weirdo. He gives me the creeps. And then these girls get followed to their cars when the club's closed. It's like, yeah, whatever you do with them behind closed doors, you probably use protection, but you got to remember a lot of these girls that are escorts and into sex work, they get raped too. So the ones that are raping them are probably not using protection with them. So it's still a risk. So it's the same PTSD that these women go through as the same people that are go overseas in the military and everything. It's the same type of PTSD. It's just a bunch of side trauma for them. So sad.
After about 2 years, your body's pretty much done for. Another issue is the mental toll. In the nightclub scene, everyone's lying to each other. Guys know the women are faking it, and women know the guys are doing the same.
I mean, that's really good. That's good in a way. That way nobody gets jaded between the customer and the services that customer is getting from the professional. Because it's just all they're actors. You paid for a fantasy and you got what you wanted. That's why you might become regulars with one girl, or you might just go around discovering who you like the most. I don't know.
After a while, you just stop believing in love. But the more this happens, the more some women start craving emotional comfort, and they end up blowing all their hard-earned cash on bad guys.
What?
最后把自己挣的血汗钱给渣男都花光。
A lot of women who work in nightclubs for a while start regretting it. Yeah, they make money, but then it's gone.
And then there's a lot of nights where they're not really making a lot of money, because if due to the fact that everybody's losing their jobs on the high sector side, most of the guys that have money to splurge off on these girls, probably some of them have families and they have homes and cars and everything already. They're just so stressed out from work that they go to the nightclub to blow off some steam. But then mind you, it's not the typical 9 to 5 people that are frequenting these venues, because these people have to wake up early in the morning for their bullshit 9 to 5 jobs, right? It's mostly professionals and executives that are pretty much dealing with these women. But yeah, you make a lot of money, but then it's just like hitting the lotto. You end up blowing all that money and going broke. A lot of these girls don't even invest in anything. I mean, some of them do have decent jobs. They just want to do this to get ahead and do it temporarily, which is going to be temporary anyway, because there's no happy ending in it. So it's like, I understand to a certain point. Like, I respect women that go into this sector more than I do women that are out on the street doing prostitution. You see that? This is more of a different level. This is more high class, unexposed, kind of like, you know, it's just cleaner. I don't know.
The sudden jump in income makes them go overboard with spending. Working in nightclubs can guarantee you money, but it doesn't guarantee you won't blow it all.
That part.
That's all for today.
Yeah, very interesting. See, back in 2008, I used to go to all these career fairs and everything. I have never gotten a job from going to a job fair. The only thing that you're going to benefit from at these job fairs is talking to like recruiters from like the military and law enforcement and government federal jobs. Those are the only people you should even really talk, booths that you should attend to in there. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Kai Vale. And like I said, the oldest profession is about to be the most common profession, at least on the side. Check you on the next video. Peace.